In 4 easy steps, you're going to learn how to build an AI agent that does hundreds of hours of content research in minutes so you can steal your competitors' highest performing content. Now, if you don't have the attention span to invest 15 minutes of your time to build an AI asset that gives you back dozens of hours, then you should click off. But if you do have the mindset that understands leverage and ROI, then this video is specifically for you. So here are the 4 steps. We're going to set up the agent environment. We're going to build the YouTube scraper. We're going to filter out the outliers and the highest performing pieces of content relative to the channel. And finally, we're going to export it. So first, we're going to set up our AI agents environment. We're going to open folder and we're going to create a new folder, YouTube demo, and then open. The next thing we need to do is give it the agents.md file. So let's go ahead and do that now. We click new file. We name it agents.md. And then we just paste it in. This file is in the description below. You can grab it for free. And then let's hit a Command S to make sure we save it. Now we need to initialize the environment. You can pretty much choose your favorite model. I tend to stick with Cloud Opus 4.5 at the time of this recording. And we just tell it to run the agents.md file. Great, so it's been initialized and you can see we have our temp folder. We have our folder to store the directives, execution folder to store the Python code that the agent will create, and then we have our .env where we store our API keys for any external services. So step 1 is done. We've set up our agent environment correctly. Now we need to move on to step 2, which is to build the scraper. In order to build the scraper, we need to give it a SOP document in Markdown format to store as a directive. And both the agents.md and the SOP directives document is in the link below in the description. And if you're a B2B company making at least 25K a month and you want someone as a fractional AI builder, or you want lead gen related workflows, you can also book a call with me in the link below. All right, back in AntiGravity, we're gonna go ahead and give it the directives. Using this Markdown SOP document, please create a directive document in order to build out the YouTube content research agent. You copy and paste it, and we basically gave it a step-by-step instruction on what we want it to do. We wanted to ask us for our API keys. We wanted to create it in this certain structure. We want the AI to ask us what categories we're interested in, depending on what type of niche you're in. We tell it what we want the scraper to do. So we wanted to search the channels, we wanted to fetch the videos, we wanted to filter, and we wanted to calculate an outlier score. Finally, we export to CSV. If you wanted to create your own SOP document, you can pretty much just tell AI what you want it to do and ask it to create a comprehensive SOP directive document for you. So let's go ahead and run this. So here it created the directives document, so it should be stored in our directives folder, and then let's accept it. And basically we separate the directives from the execution because we want the directives to be the brain behind the operation or the agent, which is the AI portion. And then we want the execution to be deterministic Python code that does the same thing over and over. Because in a business context, we can't have the probabilistic nature of AI running the script differently every single time. So you can see it asks us a couple of questions. Do you have a YouTube data API? If not, I can guide you. And do we want it exported to Google Sheets or just a local CSV? So it's going to be more useful on a Google Sheets. Anytime there's some sort of thing that the AI needs, it's going to ask us. So even though we didn't supply the API key yet, it knows to ask us because it's blocked until we give it that. So let's just have it walk us through it. Give me the link to get the YouTube data API key. And yes, I also want it in Google Sheets. So make it easy for me. Let's do the YouTube data API key first. So let's go ahead and create the credentials. Create credentials, API key. And create. So here in our .env, we're going to type in and then we paste the API key. Now that my YouTube API key is in AntiGravity, I need to enable it. So I already have it enabled, but there would be an option to enable it here. So now that we've integrated the YouTube API key, we've enabled the YouTube data API. Now the final thing is to integrate the Google Sheets connection. Keep in mind, if you ever get stuck, you can go back and forth with AI helping you on how to set up the different integrations, the different API keys and authorizations. And these three are the links in order to get this system set up. So the link took us here, and in order to create the Google Sheets integration, we need to create a new project. Test Google Sheets and create. So it takes us to this page, and we want to now create service account. Go here to manage keys. Create new key, and we're going to do it in JSON. So that downloaded the key for us. Camera, I'm just going to give AntiGravity the JSON file that was just downloaded for the Google Sheets integration. Just drag it in directly into the editor. Okay, I've done all three steps. Please proceed. After giving it the credentials, it started creating the execution script. It started doing a test. So it finished building and running, but there was two specific issues. The first issue is that we also have to enable the Google Drive API. So we're going to do that as well. And then the second issue is that it only provided 4 results. We need a lot more results than just that. Okay, so we just followed the link that it gave us, and we're just going to click enable, and that's it. Enabling it should fix the Google Sheets issue. Now let's steer the search results to something that's a bit more useful. Great, I enabled the Google Drive API. Results in the scrape were okay. For the search, I want you to get specific channels, look through their videos, and then get the videos that have a high enough outlier score of, let's say, 3x as a minimum. I want this for AI automation channels, and I want a minimum of 100 videos. Take my instructions and execute and self-correct. When you're building these types of agentic workflows, you're going to spend a lot of time up front just steering it to what you actually want it to do, and then each iterative process, you're giving it more context on what you actually want. It becomes better, it self-corrects and heals, where after the 5th or so run, it's gonna have a 99+% performance rate. Keep in mind that building these systems and then having it run once it's been built and all of the edge cases have been taken account for are two separate things. See, now it's actually following the second set of instructions that I gave it. Scanned about 400 AI automation channels and it found 100 videos with a 3x outlier score. So because I exceeded my quota API, I'm unable to upload it to Google Sheets unless I wait like a day. It's just a matter of filming so many demos. But you could see here, we have it in a CSV file where we have the title, channel name, views, outlier score, which is the higher the better, channel average, and then finally the video URL and thumbnail URL. So now you can pretty much go down the list systematically in order to recreate those same videos, knowing that they've performed well in the past to your account for pretty much any niche that you're in. As I mentioned before, you can get the two files in the description below. And if you're a B2B company making at least $25K a month and you want to integrate AI into your internal operations, or you want a lead gen system, you can also book a call with me in the description below.